Hey, welcome to SquareMax Customs. This week we're back on Rustella, the 1957 Chevy 210. And this week's video is sponsored by SquareMaxMerch.com. I'll leave a link for it in the description. Now come on, let's get to work. So the plan this week is to rough this side of the car and get it ready for that epoxy primer that we ordered. We have a few more rust holes. Check it out, watch. Do you see my hand? Well, now you don't. What I'm trying to tell you is there's a big rust hole under the rocker there, and I believe we have another one on the front of the rocker we have to address, but it'll be fine, don't worry about it, we'll take care of that. We also have a few other little issues we need to address, and one of them issues is, well, we got our corner for our door just slightly off. There's no gap there. So what we'll do is we'll come in here with a cutoff disc and we'll just slice about 1/8 of an inch off and we'll retack that together. That'll be fine, nothing to worry about. As you can see, we never played with this. So this car's got some extremely tight gaps from the factory, I'm guessing, because, well, I didn't do it and I don't think those doors are messed with on the side there, but I could be wrong. We also have to come up here and trim this just slightly because it's just slightly hitting in there. And, well, we might as well take care of it now. So we'll do the same thing, probably just slice 1/8 of an inch off and re-weld it together. So I decided we're not gonna cut it with the death wheel. Nope. And instead, what we're gonna do is we were gonna unbend our hem. I hope I got that right. And we're just gonna rebend it a little further in. And then we don't have to do all that freaking welding. We just have to do a tack where we slit it. I think that'll work. We'll find out together in a second. I did slice. Nope, I gotta slice the inside first. All right, let me cut this right here. I gotta slice the inside panel we made first, and then we'll give her a bend over. Perfect. Almost perfect. Don't worry, I had my safety squints on. I want you all mad at me. Wear safety glasses. Or don't, do what you want. Oof. We're all adults, I think. Ready? See if we can rebend this now. A little bit, about a little bit, otherwise you'll put creases in it. We're just guessing, so this might not be right either. Use what you got. Don't take special tools. It's nice having some special tools, but it don't necessarily take the special tools to do this type of stuff. Look at it. We're using pliers and got some needle nose over there. Don't be afraid to get out there and try. We said this seam was a hem. This hem was a little small when we made it originally, so now it's gonna look better. Cover your ears. bend the inside a wee bit. Use my tools. That looks a little big. We could cut it off, but I'm not gonna. Ears. Where we get too crazy, let's see. Oh, freaking perfect. What are you looking at? Look at that'll work on. Yeah. Freaking awesome. Okay. I gotta finish tapping this over, get it closed up. We got a little bendy bend there, and we'll check the rest of the gap around it to make sure it's good. But I think that was the only spot we had to tighten up. Could this have been prevented? Yes. Yes. We could have put this door on and off the car like a dozen times in the last episode. I know, I hear y'all. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. It only took a couple extra minutes. And I think this was less time than putting the door on and off, on and off, on and off. That's just my, my thoughts. All right, let's get back to work. It's hot in Florida. The dogs are melting. We got the inside cleaned out. You won't believe how many times we filled the inside of this car with parts from this car. I got something else to show you all. Check this out. This is all rusty metal that we have cut out from Rustella. Tell me that's not freaking insane. Not one, but two bins. And they're freaking heavy because they got little pieces that were cut out. It's just, yes, that's quite, it's quite insane. Old floor pans. I think we could have patched that. Door bottoms. It's a lot of freaking rust. I've been sort of saving on it because I was curious what it was gonna look like when we were done. No, we're not even close to being done. But I wanted to show you it because, well, I'm running out of room to store parts in the box truck, so I had to move the rust bucket back inside. Well, that's your update. I think next I had to get the inside cleaned out because we got to sort of scrape all this down, and I think we got a few patches left like that one. But that'll be another week. She's just happy she's getting fixed. Don't worry, that ain't going nowhere. She'll be there till the very end. I think this is where we're gonna come next. We're just gonna trim this piece down. I'm not gonna re-bend this one, I don't think, because of the way the angle is. I just don't think I'd be able to. Oh, it's hard getting in these old cars without door handles. Two finger that one. What? Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to bend that seam over very well with the way it is. So, with that being said, this one will probably just trim. Now, whole car is freaking shaking. I would cut it in here, but I feel like that's going to be more work. So we'll just trim it right here, and well, hopefully that'll fix it. Well, I got two things to say quick. If you ever have a Phillip head screw that just, it's old and it's stripped out and, well, it won't work right. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus good enough, but you can take the old death wheel and give it just a little zink like that, and, well, you can turn it into a flathead. And 50% of the time, you can get it out. The other thing I got to say is, I think when old Chev dies, yeah, when Chev Love dies, I think, you know them bears that they turn into rugs, you know? Well, I think she's gonna be a German Shepherd rug because she likes to be under my feet all the time. I'm not complaining. All right, well, what do you think's under this cover? I can't remember if we had it off. I thought we had it off, but then when I had to strip screws and stuff, I might be wrong. You guys probably remember more than... See, I didn't even know this thing came apart in pieces. Oh, the brother's back again. He's sanding. This ain't very pretty stuff. It's all pitted and corroded and, well, it's not the best, but we'll work with what we have. What? I thought it was gonna be a whole panel. Nope, we haven't had this off yet. It's all, is that how they're supposed to be, or do you think somebody put... We got Bondo on the back. Look at this, wait till you see this. I'm not complaining, I'm just wanting to show you. I thought it was funny. Look how thick that is. Why is this so thick? What would have went, why are all the bolts? Nothing to worry about. How do you get the freaking... Ugh. Old Jensen's. All right, I'm gonna try to get the rest of this off because, well, that's definitely not gonna stay on there when we're all done, so we might as well pull it off now. So I got looking at this, and I got looking at the other side, and I think what I might have did wrong is the other side shows this off of the edge about 1/8 of an inch. Now, here's the problem. That side was pretty rusty, but this side was, if you remember, if you missed that episode, this whole thing was gone. So we built this whole thing right through here, and then we built this whole thing through here. So I really didn't have nothing to go off of, and then obviously I built it and never put it on the car 27 times to make sure it wouldn't hit nothing. But we're not worried about that, and we're not talking about the past, we're talking about the future. And the future is, well, I'm gonna cut that off in the future and fix it. Right now, it's the future. So, with that being said, I'm pretty sure that's what I did wrong. I think, I don't know if you're a Tri-5 guy or gal. Let me know if your Tri-5 door comes down into the, you know, flat curve, like it comes off of the straight post. Either way, I think that's what I'm gonna do. If it's wrong, that's fine because it's my car. I'm not too worried about it. The chrome will fix it. And there's chrome that goes here, chrome that goes all the way around this window. I don't even think you really see this door thing once it's closed, but we're just gonna use our finger and... Ooh, what happened there? And we're just gonna slice that, and we'll slice that there. I think that'll work. Maybe. And I'm gonna tack it back on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here with the cutoff disc, and I'm gonna nip this side first. Because I actually... Let me ask you this. Would you... Look at me, here. Would you just cut 1/8 of an inch off and then just tack that whole seam back together? Or would you come down and cut this line, but then come down 1/8 of an inch and cut another line and then push it together and then tack the line together? And then you don't have to worry about trying to build a seam out of freaking weld and fiberglass. I think that would be the smarter way to go. That's not the way I'm gonna go because it sounds like more work. I'm just gonna cut it off. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut this about 3 inches and then I'll cut a chunk out and we'll tack, 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 and then we'll cut another 3 and tack, tack, tack. We'll get it, watch. Fast play activated. So I don't know if this is like an old school trick or not, but do you see how it's got these bumps? Well, I believe it's supposed to have one here and like here, like I can feel them underneath. I think they filled it with filler to make it smooth so the carpet would lay on it nicely. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Yeah, let's ignore that. Oh, the cars, there's been some stuff that's happened since y'all, I don't know what you do, went to the bathroom or something. Either way, I blinked my eye and you were gone for a minute, so you know that's fine though, we got it. But I want to show you something I'm super excited about. Look at this. Yeah, it's got a line there. It looks so freaking good. Oh, I changed my mind. I decided I was just gonna slice a little sliver out of it, and then that way I kept a nice, look at that edge. That's what I'm talking about. That's a freaking fabulous edge. Yeah. It's got a nice edge on it, and look, it's still got the hem on it where it folds over so it's extra strong and it pinches the metal underneath. And now it's got the gap, so I don't have to worry about it getting painted and closing it and it chipping the brand new paint, because that's what I was worried about. Some of these gaps are crazy. I'm sure we talked about them, but look, I never played with none of these gaps, but look it. They're all over the freaking place. And I don't have much wiggle room on the doors, like whether I can go right or left, or it's very, very, very little room. But it'll be fine. Don't worry about that. We'll get it. We got some rust under here. I'll show you that in a little bit once I get a light under there and I put some my creepers down, because, well, who wants to lay on the dirty concrete when you can lay on a dirty creeper? How's the brother making out? Think he's got... About done over here?
About done over here.
Heck yeah.
I'll get a spot here and there on this, you know how I am.
It's crazy how much stuff was inside of this. I'm running out of storage. I think you need like a 40-foot Connex for every vehicle you take apart.
Where you want this creeper, boss man?
You can put that one back up where you found it, buddy.
Alright.
Well, I had a few of you ask what up with the stinking Lincoln. Don't worry, the old tow girl, she hasn't gone nowhere. We just I had her parked all the way over there and I didn't feel like lugging a battery to her. But we got to move some logs, so we might as well use our log truck. SquareMax Customs. Hey, if you missed that video on the 79 Firebird, you better go check it out. So somebody built a box in here. I don't know, we can't really see it, but it's definitely not the same person that did all the body work, because, well, this box is like pop riveted in, but the box itself Well, we can't really see it in there, but it's all freaking welded up is what I'm trying to tell you. So somebody made that taillight or license plate box and somebody else installed it. That would be my guess, because these aren't supposed to be inserted like that. I really like it, but yeah, either way, check out this. This whole thing's filled with that stuff, so that's great. And this is where the old emblem would have been. It's filled with freaking Bondo, but that's fine. We're gonna completely ignore that. Well, that's the piece that we have to make, or the pieces that we have to make. Not much there to go off of, but that's fine. I mean, here's what we got. I got a little piece in here I have to make, and we'll weld that all up. And then, I don't know how well we'll see this under here, but we got to build this and then fix the corner of the cab mount or body mount there, and just reseal all that. And we have to do that. So I got my cardboard. Hold on. I had it. Boof. That's what we'll start with. And we'll start making a design out of, well, it's just gonna be like a weird triangle piece there, and a rectangle there, and another rectangle on the back with a little flange. But I'm gonna get them all designed out on the cardboard aided design. Get yourself a shirt at SquareMax Customs. SquareMaxMerch.com. Wow, that was a horrible plug. Either way, back to work. The brother's sanding the trunk. He stopped over today. Don't worry. He may be doing some work for me right now, but
I'll get you back.
Yeah, he's got some he's gonna pull in the shop here soon, and he'll have me working. Well, we got 3 pieces roughed up for now. Now, yeah, I know this looks like a lot more than what you saw that I cut out. Well, I'm making the pieces extra big because, well, I'm just gonna cut more than what we have out. But I wanted to leave it somewhat together until I could design it. So, I already got my piece. I sanded it all down. We'll trace some of these out and we'll get them cut up on the little cutting wheel over here. It's a little short from what we need, but like I said, we were just rough. It was a rough estimate. It wasn't the exact measurement that we needed everything. Yeah, I won't lie. That was a lot worse than what I thought it was. I don't know why I'd even slightly be surprised about that. Everything on this car is a rusty mess. And it's always worse than it looks. I was like, no, it just needs a little patchy patch down there. Wrong. It needs the whole freaking front half of the rocker panel. We could probably actually replace the whole rocker panel like we did on the other side. But we're not gonna do that. This one seems awfully good in the center. Although the other end, by the back of the rear passenger door, that one, well, it doesn't look much better. But that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Where's my tape measure? Don't you worry about that. Is that 3/4? We'll call it 3/4. I like it. I'm just gonna get my marks on here now for the bends. Get our last piece traced out. This one's a funky piece, but this is to cap the rocker off at the very front. Yeah, look at this one. She's all sorts of funky. You guys gotta back up a little bit. I know you like to be right up in the action, but I can't see all the time. I use this thing so much. Found a jump shear on Marketplace, but they want $800 for it. It's only a little 4-foot jump shear, but then we'd be able to slide the things in and go whoop, like a little bunny and hop on that thing. They're freaking so cool. But I'm not willing to spend $800. Can you see better on that side or this side? Whoa! Freaking a mess. Yeah, this thing's freaking lifesaver. It's freaking hot in Florida. I'd have both my ACs on, but that last video, man, you can hear that little AC whistle. The mini split's not bad. That one's a lot quieter. But that poor thing don't work as good as it did when I first got it. Probably just needs a good cleaning. Are we gonna clean it? No, I blow it out with air now and then. Freaking funky cut. Are you watching me? Can you see the sweat just rolling off my head? it's fine. All right, there's 2 pieces. This one's a little trickier. Yeah, this thing cuts freaking awesome straight. I don't know what it's called, but it works great. It doesn't do corners very well. But that's fine. Sorry, it's quiet. I don't know what to talk about. All right, we got our 3 pieces. 1. 2. 3. I'm gonna smash on them for a minute with a hammer because they go a little wonky when you're cutting them, and then we'll take them over and we'll put a little bend in them. Well, these are all pretty easy bends. For the big one, we need about a 45-ish. This is just for the inside sill plate or inside rocker panel, and it'll kick up to the floorboard, to the pinch welders, whatever. We didn't even need quite a 45, but that should do it. I'm not sure. We can always climb under, double check it, and add a little bit more. This one's for under, and I already double checked to make sure we were bending them on the right side, because whoo, that would suck. This one's for the bottom of the front rocker. Can you see how thick this stuff is? Yeah. This will fix the bottom of the rocker. The front of the rocker looks good. Looks good enough to not investigate, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Well, I probably just went a little more than a 45, which isn't what we wanted, but okay. That's fine though. It's not like it's a lot more, it's just a little more. And then this one, we literally just need a little kick. This is our end cap. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna go test fit these, and hopefully I don't have to tweak them out too much. That's almost a perfect bend. I got a kick. Hold on, I'll show you. This one needs a little bit more of a kick. The other one, I thought I kicked too much. That'll be perfectly fine. It's just the bottom rocker pinch weld. And then this one, I gotta take this little flap and go the opposite way. Might not be able to do that with this here. So I'll get a pair of seamers on that, but that's nothing to worry about. You don't need to see me do that. I'm just gonna give it a little tweak. Well, there's the rest of what was good. I cut all the way back to good metal. And this is what she looks like now. Huh? It's way better. So, even got the mount all welded up. Look, the bottom doesn't connect here either. So, I don't need to make a bottom piece there. But that's good there. And now the inner rocker freaking is fabulous. Now we have to cut that section out right there. And we'll trim that piece down that we made right there to fit to our desired size, I guess. And then we got to get this piece right here. This piece goes something like that. Look, that's the other bend we had to put on it. So that was nice. That's your update. The brother is sanding away still. Fun, fun, fun. Check it out. We found the back of the speaker, made in the USA. Jensen, two-way, 90 watt peak power, 45 watt continuous. That's pretty cool. JCX 265. When they stop making those. So we got everything sort of mocked up, and we cut a bunch more out because, well, it was rusty. And we got our piece in here. That's fine. So originally I had like a spot drilled here, and I'm guessing they sprayed the rocker. I don't know. I think I threw it out. There was a little rubber cap. It was really funny because it was like a whole bunch of Swiss cheese holes, rotten, and one solid rubber cap. Either way, I made it solid. If I have to drill it later to fill it with something, we will. We'll probably just do it on the back side. I made another patch on the front here because, well, it was all rotted out, and we got the bottom on there, and we got the inside on there. What I'm trying to tell you is I think it's time to mix up some fiberglass and cover up our welds. We got this door freaking piece fixed this week. We also got this piece all freaking cut down, so now we got a gap between there. We got to put a little fiberglass on that. What I'm trying to say is I thought that was one simple little patch, and it turned into one simple little patch and 3 bigger patches. So we're up to 4 patches, and we better get some fiberglass on it because we're running out of time. So let's get it mixing. Hey, Kenneth, thank you so much for the donation, buddy. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to get that put right into the car. And Nigel, man, this was freaking awesome, dude. I love it. I said this while working on Lucy, our C10, doing the rear end. And Nigel made me a sticker and sent it over. Much appreciated, dude. Sticker wall, sticker ceiling, lots of stickers is what we're trying to say. Let's mix up some Bondo. some body filler, some fiberglass reinforcement. Let's, hold on a minute, hold on, don't yell at me. Let's mix up some Bondo short strand fiberglass reinforced filler. All right, you guys can't yell at me. I've freaking been calling it the right thing all this time. So, as always, if you're new to the channel, I like to mix that in, and it makes my fiberglass extra soupy and it makes it go on really nice. But we're not going to mix a lot of that in this week because, well, some of these repairs are upside down, you know. And, well, I want this to cover up the welds. Otherwise, there was no point of putting it on there if it's just going to fall down and land on my face. I mean, do you remember doing paper mache when you were in school? Was it paper mache? Well, you made the masks or whatever, and then you had to paint them in art class. And, well, if you don't remember it, I remember doing it. I guess that would be the first time a kid would realize that maybe he wanted to, you know, do body work for a living, but he didn't really know it yet. I'm only going to mix up a little bit at a rip because, well, I can mix up more. I know, you guys are all, what are you even talking about? I don't know. It's just boring if I don't talk and the camera's playing, right? I don't think I'm going to mix any of that in. That way I can just put this right on the bottom to get going. That's all we need. I'm going to do another little dab. It'll be fine. We can always mix up more. And I might mix some of that stuff in for some of the other spots, but for the underneath of it, see, it don't even mix up as nice when you don't put that stuff in. It don't level out, it just stays, just a gloop. It's a gloop is what it is, a big glob. You put that stuff in and you can literally watch this stuff like self-level. It's freaking crazy. I'm not a body man, I'm literally just some guy playing in his garage trying to fix an old car on the cheap because, well, I don't want to pay a body shop, and I don't like driving stuff other people built. But either way, could you imagine paying a body shop to do something like this? Nope. It would be absolutely freaking insane. This would cost you your life savings, and nothing against any body shops, but most of the body shops I've ever been to or brought my stuff to, it takes years, and sometimes stuff doesn't get done. I'd bring you under here with me, but I got a little bit of time to put this on, and, well, you know what I'm doing. I'm spreading Bondo is what I'm doing. I just got to do the seam because, of course, I mixed up way too freaking much. Woo! See, it's not even watery and it's falling on me. Oh, hey, a little trick for when you're doing fiberglass, or I guess any body work. Your old pieces of sandpaper that are pretty much shot, well, hold on to them for just a few minutes. I don't think I mentioned this enough, but I also don't do it enough. But if you sand it when it's like 70% hardened, you can rough it in. And now remember, the fiberglass is just to cover the welds and fill any pinholes you might have missed. So all you're trying to do is make it smoother so we can lay the filler, the body fill over top of it, which is something that sands much, much easier than fiberglass. So save your old crappy pieces of sandpaper, sorry, I didn't mean to use that word, and sand your fiberglass before it fully dries. it sands so much nicer. Anybody that's sanded fiberglass, once this stuff's hardened, it's like a freaking rock. And if you use the old secret trade method of mixing some metal shavings in there, well, it's like metal filler. Don't do what I do. Don't listen to everything I say either. Freaking pups are digging out there. It's hot, they say. Daddy, let me in there. Had to kick them out while I was sanding. It's hard to tell the pups they can't be in here when it's 100+ degrees outside and they just want to be in the AC and hang out with Daddy or whoever's in the shop. What I'm trying to say is, well, we got it roughed in. That don't look too bad. We got a gap now. So that was freaking awesome. What else do we have? Oh, this one. Remember, we got to do a little bit of tappy in there to make it perfect. But then again, look at the rest of the gap. The rest of the gap goes all the way up. So I think that's freaking fabulous. That looks fine to me. We also still don't have this door exactly where it goes. It's sort of just on there with a couple screws or bolts or whatever you want to call it tight. Oh, yeah. We got our freaking cap remade. Our patch here. We got the inside. So I didn't go and sand this all down and put a bunch of fiberglass on it because I got a seam seal underneath it wherever we put floor patches. And well, pretty much we got to get under there and scrape a bunch of stuff down and just seam seal the whole underneath. And I figured I'll just seam seal that rather than fiberglass it. Seam sealer spreads easier. Plus, I mean, look at this disaster up in here. That's like old grease and seam sealer. Oh, look at the bottom. That came out pretty good, huh? There's no more rust hole. So when we started this, I thought we just had like a little 4-inch spot right here. The rest seemed okay, a little scaly, you know, like this piece is scaly. That's where the fender bolt's on. We got to build that on the other side. We don't even have one. Either way, bottom of the door, see how it's a little scaly because we didn't rebuild this whole door. We only patched it. So I thought we were just going to be able to like skim it. But after we got poking at it, yeah, it was either way. It turned into a lot more than one little patch. Where's the cardboard? I don't have a light under there, so I don't know if you'll be able to see the underneath. I also didn't sand this down. I just put a little bit of fiberglass on the seam that we see. I got to do the floor here. We still got to seam seal wherever we welded it together and stuff. The mount came out good, so that's cool. She's all solid again. This really could use all the body rubber bushings, but maybe we'll get there later. We're not there right now. What else do I got to say? What else can I show you? We have to... Look at... So that's... I don't have time to do all that. And then in here we have some really schmeisty stuff I got looking at. Like I said, these holes turned into a lot bigger holes than we thought they were going to be. How many patches? Hold on. I know. Are we getting dizzy walking around together? It's fine. Let's just put these down because if we don't put them down together, I forget. What do we have? We made 3 big ones and then I made 1 more in fast play, so that's 4. Yeah. We don't count the doors because, well, that was just us fixing our little mishaps. Is that the word we're going to use? Mishaps? Yeah, that was just us fixing our little mishaps. Honestly, though, come on. We built the doors off of the car on the bench. And we never test fit them. And the whole bottom of the door was rotted out. And the whole top of the door was rotted out. So, to be honest with you, a little bit of fixing right there at the corner and a little bit of fixing here. I'm quite satisfied with that because, like, that was a full-on gamble. Most people... Don't lie. Most people would have put that door on and off about 10 times. I like to gamble. Plus, I mean, that seemed like a lot more work than I wanted to do. Hey, that's it this week. That's what I've been trying to say for the last 3-4 minutes. That's all the time I got. I really appreciate you all coming and watching me every week. It's freaking phenomenal. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, what is wrong with you? That's what I'm trying to say. Hit the button and make sure you get the notification. If you're not getting a notification that I post a video every week, unsubscribe and resubscribe. I don't know. YouTube people told me that it works. Other YouTube creators. I don't know if it does or not. SquareMaxMerch.com to get you shirts, stickers. I think we got koozies, a couple keychains. All hand pressed in our house, shipped from us to you. Disclaimer, we try really hard for it not to have any pet hair, but it might include some Loki bum hair or dog hair. But we try extremely hard to send it out. Very nicely packaged. Free collector's magnet with every order over 20 bucks. That's it. I'm done. All right. Love y'all. Peace. Rock out. I'll see you next Thursday. And if you missed it, I posted 2 videos last week. So go check them out.